Review some Mosaic on YouTube. Welcome back. So we're going to continue from where we left off. So we're going to look at the dashboard today. Your fashion design agency. Let's get right into it. Okay, so for this one, I duplicated the artboard, then just removed the things that were there. The things which were there, I just duplicated this, then I removed the things which were there. Then that's how I ended up with this here. So pick up from here. Then let's look at our reference image. Okay, so this is our reference image here. So okay, let's get right into it. Okay, we'll leave that on there since it seems like it doesn't want to be selected. So come here. Make a perfectly round circle. Okay, so we'll put it there. Then we'll come here. So fills, enter that. Then text. Let's enter the text here. Letter X. Okay, so that one should fit in there. Okay, so let's see. Let's increase the font size. Okay. So there we are. So let's get back to our reference image. So what do we have here? Okay, dashboard, financial data. Okay, some buttons here on top. So we have a logo there. Okay, background. So this, I think this top color here. So that should be that one. Okay, so that's making sense. So get the image control. Okay, we'll select this one, and we'll come and put that there. Then we'll open this here, and okay, so that's a logo for the image, so that will come there. Then what else do we have? Okay, the buttons. So let's get this one. Okay, let's delete that one. Let's get this one, a rounded rectangle instead. Okay, so now yeah, change the background color. Okay, so here we go. Enter. Okay. So how many of these do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First corner radius, independent corners. Okay. Let's see. Zero there. 0 there. So enter. Okay. Then let's duplicate that. Okay, so there we are. Then text control. So first text is going to say DASHBOARD dashboard. Regular 36. Okay, so let's duplicate that one. So this one will say select all the text, Control A, then okay, so there we are. Just move this into perspective using the arrow buttons. Okay, so financial data, then okay, that looks okay so far. All right, so let's get the image. So get the image control. I think we selected the wrong one. Okay, this one. Selecting that, and open. So then we want to follow this convention here. Style. Okay. But instead we want independent corners. Okay, so there we are. Then okay, get a whole separate text control. Some background color, just nice black. This semi-board. Then we come back to our reference image. Okay, and duplicate that. Control D. Almost forgot. Okay, let's enter the name EDNA. Let's make that slightly bigger. So this will run off login data from the back end of the system. and it will currently show who's currently logged in and thing else. So next time when you run the system, if the person didn't log out, to just bring them directly to this part of the application here. Okay, Control D, so this will come here, and this will say okay, so that looks good. I want one approximation, I guess. Okay, so here I'm going to have our first card. So our card will have collections and the number of collections completed and the sample image. So let's get into that. So this should be a rectangle, oval. Strange. Okay, we'll go with that one. Just put this in place in advance. Okay, so there'll be that one there. I can duplicate. So this one should come here. And duplicate again. That will be this one here. Then we duplicate again. Okay, so there we are. Then this one should be that one there. Let's duplicate that again. Okay, use the arrows to move this one inside. Oh yeah, it's nice and quiet, no noise. Okay, so I've got that one there. So what's the background color on these? The light gray, I suppose. That should be that one. Okay. All right. There we are. Let's see. Okay, that will hold. I'm looking at the gradient in the background there, so that will hold there, no problem. And okay, let's get started filling in. Let's get this font. So I'll get that there. Then duplicate that again. Okay, say 25, enter. collections. So let's just make that font a bit bigger, too big. Okay. Okay, so 24 there. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate that. And we'll bring that there. So our reference image is this. I'll duplicate that one. Okay, completed. So all this data will come from the back end of the system when you design this in WPF. So this would like connect to an API or the back end of the system. Then you request the data, like how many collections have been added from the back end of the system and how many have been completed from the back end of the system there. Then you also, this image I think would load from the back end of the system. I guess this would load from the back end of the system also. So for the image, we're going to come and get the image control again. So where did I put that? Okay, so there. So let's get that there. Let's stretch that a bit. Then yeah, give it some rounded edges. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely hold. So like I was saying, just move that there. So like I was saying, what do I want to say? Okay, we would set up a service request processor. So the service request processor will request data either from the API or from the backend of the system where the API would be, or from the database. Then it will bring that data to the front here. So this would be like a link query statement probably, which will request that data. Then this will load from the backend of the system. All this here will load from the backend of the system. This will confirm who has logged in and who is currently logged in, and all that data will be returned back there from the system there. Then having our okay, shows pending, shows completed, next show, London fashion show. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Let's add that extra. Okay, so let me duplicate this. So what is this one going to say? Shows pending. So at the back end of the system, you would have like a certain number of shows that you're targeting to go and exhibit your products and services. So all this data from the service request processor will come from the back end of the system, like I said before. So okay, get that number, get that duplicated, Control D. Okay, it shows pending. All right. Okay, shows completed. So 4 out of 8 shows completed. Okay, so get that. Okay, so next show, London Fashion Show or London Fashion Week. That's what would be called. So this, like I said, will come all the way from the back end of the system. You'll be able to see it on the dashboard here. So let's just work on this one. Okay, how do we get in a reference image? Okay, just have a quick image. Just downloaded some images randomly on the net. So I'll get this one. Oh, okay, no. Breaking convention. Let's follow convention here. Okay, so we'll select that. Then, okay, there we go. That's the image there. So let's just open that, make it asymmetrical. Just hold on. Okay. Then we're going to do this. Mask the image. So that will look like that. Then need some buttons. Okay, so get that. Sorry about that. Let me just resize this. Okay, so that should be good. So make 2 of those. So come here. Okay, so the idea of this one is you can currently scroll through the designs that have been completed, like the ones which have been completed here. Then you like press this button, so the image will shift to show another image. So like let's say for example you press the button again, so to show this image, it will show that image. When you press it again, it will keep shifting to show the collections which have been completed there. So that's the idea with that's the idea behind how this works here, or how this would work in a production application, I guess. Okay, so we come here, then more financial data. Okay, so we'll do this. So the convention, just the usual. Let's see, where's our image? This one. So open that one. It should occupy, let's see, half of that. Okay, and we'll do this. Alright, okay, so there we are. Then here we have financial data coming in. It is production data, financial data. Then this is just exhibition data, like the shows. Let's see. So production data, orders. Okay. So come here. Make this one bold. Okay, so that one's bold. So duplicate that one. And oh dear. Then this will come here. And we'll say ORDERS, orders. Is there an extra? Okay, alright, there we are, orders. Then can borrow this text. Okay, just put that there. So orders, then we'll do this. Oops, yeah, not what we're targeting to move. Okay, so orders, then I'll duplicate that. So when you duplicate that, then okay, I have 1,300 orders. So like take orders from customers, then enter them into the system, then the summary will be shown here. So you'd have extra sections in the application, the dashboard here. Let me just say admin layer of the application. So I have dashboard, financial data, then request data, and other stuff. So you would enter the number of orders, the orders where they're coming from the people they're coming from, and how much orders are remaining and how many orders have been completed, like delivered to customers. So here we'll say Control D. Okay. Pending. So these orders can also come from the front end of the application. So like where did I put those? Okay, so like this would be the section where a customer will come and buy. Just hold on. Okay, so like this would be one section of the application. This would be like the front end of the application. So somebody will add this to cart, then this will go to the back end of the system. Then at the back end of the system, those things disappeared too. Okay, let me load that again. Hope everything is still there. Okay, yeah, so everything will come to the back end of the system. Then you will see the number of orders there. Then we'll process that data and have the items delivered to the customers, I guess. So let's go back to our reference image and pending. Control D. Okay, so Control D. Completed, completed, completed. Okay, so next section. So it's a fashion house. So a fashion house wouldn't be complete without financial data. I mean, you wouldn't want to be running the business for nothing now, would you? You would obviously be wanting to make money. I mean, imagine it's like Bulgari, Versace, those type of fashion design houses and things like that. So they obviously have a lot of data in terms of like things to do with financial data and revenue and how much money they're spending to, you know, make the fabrics or make the designs and things like that. So here we'll have REVENUE, revenue / EXPENSE. Okay. Yeah, so this is what would make a fashion house complete. So revenue and expense, obviously they'll be about the profit. And yeah, okay. Total revenue. So let's get this font here. Okay, let me just finish this off first. So winter collection, summer collection, let's do that first. Okay, let's see. Total online sales. Total retail stores. So let's just reposition this properly. So select everything, then we'll move it up a bit. Okay, that's okay. Select these, oops, select these three. Let's move that out of the way. One, two, one, two, one, two. Okay, so there we are. So we'll bring this here. no, let's duplicate that. 1 2 3 4. Okay, for 4 sections. I'll select both of those. Let's position them here. I'm gonna bring these here. So total revenue, let's get some good numbers in there. 1.7. ZMW. So here you put the currency for your region. This is for my region, where I come from. BN. ZMW. $100K. There's actually a piece of code. If you've built this in C#, there's a piece of code that will allow you to use this letter here. So this would be like 400,000. Instead of literally showing 400,000, it will just summarize everything like 400K, like that in the production version of the application. So ZMW. $500K. ZMW. Let's see, 200K. Then ZMW 350K. Okay, let's see. ZMW 350K. So if you can manage to do this project in another framework, I don't know, maybe Node.js, React, or even WebUI, just give it a try. Then you send me a link of the video or project. You put the link in the comment section. I want to see how we are going to go about putting this together in another framework like Node.js or HTML website framework or something like that. So yeah, you just put the link there. Then yeah, let's get back to it. So do I need these? Or can we put something like okay, you can get that and duplicate that, but what we're going to do is this, even better. Copy that. Then let's just fill that. Enter. Okay. Duplicate. Shift D. Oh, sorry, Control D. Okay, so I think we can just get this and put this aside here. And then okay, so that looks okay. One-to-one with this. So this is the end of this video here. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Then if you can manage to do this in another framework, probably Flutter desktop, .NET MAUI desktop, Node.js for web, Blazor, which other one? I don't know. JavaScript, I don't know how you do that on or whichever framework that is, or probably NetBeans, Android Studio. Yeah, so if you can try out this project in any of those other frameworks mentioned, then you send me the link, you put the link in the comment section, then yeah, we'll see how that will go. So thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Then yeah, I'm done. I think this video is almost more than 45 minutes, more than 30 to 45 minutes. So peace. I'm out.